function social institution in maintaining the stability of social structure?
What is social institution? A social institution is defined as a collection of individuals banded together in pursuit of a common purpose. Its common purposes include granting its members certain rights and privileges. Members of a social institution also possess certain delineated duties, liabilities, and responsibilities. As a group, the people making up a social institution share common objectives and goals. Social institutions are structures that develop over time that organize important activities to ensure cultural values are upheld. Institutions are the structure of conventions and social norms that regulate social activity. Institutions are interconnected with each other and have their functions. For example, family and education.
Social structure playing an important role in maintaining the stability in every civilization. Like as you can see from the pictures on the left hand side, we can see that the social structure in ancient Rome and also the caste system in India. So the question is, what is social structure? Social structure is the organized set of social institutions and pattern of institutionalized relationships that together compose society. The untrained observer may not see social structures, but they are present in affect many aspects of human experience in society. Culture, social class, social position, role, group, and social institution are all important aspects of social structure. So now I would like to give two ancient civilizations as example. The first one is ancient Egyptian. The ancient Egyptian society was structured like a pyramid. The people were grouped in a hierarchical system with a pharaoh at the top and the farmer and slave at the bottom. The pharaoh was believed to be a god on earth and had the most power. He was responsible for making law and keeping order, ensuring that Egypt was not attacked or invaded by enemy. On the other hand, the people of Egypt were very religious, so priests were very respected. They were in charge of performing religious rituals and ceremony, including mummification. Moving to the next slide, which is in ancient China, social structure was extremely important in ancient China. Within Chinese society, emperors, government officials, aristocrats, farmers, merchants, and slaves all had a role to perform. Same as the most civilization as we know, the emperor was the topmost level. And here's the picture of Han Xizai Yeyan Tu, which is the night revel of Han Xizai. The painting portrays servants, musicians, monks, children, guests, and hosts all in a single social environment.
Type of social institution. Family is the most fundamental social institution in a culture. It is a system of structured relationship that includes methods that are both practical and reliable for meeting essential social needs. Economy meets the fundamental physical necessities of society by providing food, housing, clothes, and other vital supplies and services. Education is the socialization process that occurs informally at home and later officially in educational institutions. Education as an institution works to improve people's knowledge, skills, attitudes, and understanding in order to make them competent members of society. Religion is faith in the supernatural. Religion is a collection of ideas about the ultimate force in the cosmos, the ideal and correct pattern of behavior, and the ceremonial means in which these beliefs are expressed. Meanwhile, political is the government, as a political entity, implements the regulatory task of law and order and ensures societal security. The established pattern of behavior in a community determines the form of government and its mode of operation. Development work is becoming a key government obligation. For successful program execution, the government may democratize its operation by establishing local self-governance structures such as panchayat at various levels.
There are 6 types of social structure: status, social network, roles, group and organization, social institution, and society. Status. Define it as the position that someone occupies in society. It should be clear that status, as used in this way, conveys nothing about the prestige of the position. To use a common synonym for status, we split into 3, which ascribe status, achieve status, and master status. Social network. A social network is the totality of relationships that link us to other people and groups, and through them to still other people and groups. Social network can be so large, of course, that an individual in a network may know little or nothing of another individual in the network. Roles: behavior expected of someone, and in fact everyone with a certain status. Roles are the behavior expected of people in various status. They help us interact because we are familiar with the roles in the first place, a point to which the second half of this chapter returns. Group and organization. Social group consists of two or more people who regularly interact on the basis of mutual expectation and who share a common identity. Almost all people are members of many groups, including families, group of friends, and group of co-workers in the workplace. Sociology is sometimes called the study of group life, and it is difficult to imagine a modern society without many types of groups and a small, traditional society without at least some groups. Formal organization, which is a large group that follows explicit rules and procedures to achieve specific goals and tasks. Social institution. Social institution or patterns of belief and behavior that help a society meet its basic needs. Modern society is filled with many social institutions that all help society meet its needs and achieve other goals, and thus have a profound impact not only on the society as a whole but also and virtually every individual in a society. Society. Society as a group of people who live within a defined territory and who share a culture. Societies certainly differ in many ways. Some are larger in population and some are smaller. Some are modern and some are less modern.
A social institution is a set of interconnected social norms and social roles that are organized and offer behavioral patterns that help society satisfy its core social requirements. Societies, for example, require laws, education, and an economic structure. Because social institutions are interrelated and often work in tandem, any change to one can have an impact on the others. For example, family, which is a social institution, is inextricably linked to another social institution's education. The family social institution will be harmed if school is closed due to a pandemic.
Function of social institutions in maintaining the stability of social structure. Family. The family is where primary socialization occurs. It is regarded as an important part of the development and shapes the way one lives. The family and society are interconnected as families combine to constitute a society. Family is an important part of the social structure. Family. There is an extended family is made up of several nuclear families. Because of their common ancestry, these nuclear families form a group or social institution. In the any household group, regardless of blood relationship, is considered a social institution. This definition is related to one of the 5 sociological definitions of social institution, kinship. The family is one of those groups in life that has objectives and goals. For example, the family is a significant social institution. It exists to socialize children and to perform functions that aid in the establishment of communal order. The family and society are inextricably linked because societies are made up of families. For example, parents are not only responsible for raising their children.
The second one is economy. The economy is the social institution that assures society's survival by producing, distributing, and consuming goods and services. So as you can see, there are 3 sectors that make up the economy, which is primary, secondary, and tertiary. The primary sector of the economy is the segment of the economy that extracts and uses raw resources from the natural world, for example, agriculture, fishing, and mining. The secondary sector of the economy transforms raw materials into finished products and is essentially the manufacturing industry. Lastly, the tertiary sector is the component of the economy that focuses on providing services rather than goods. For example, clinical ward, healthcare, education, and information technology. Next, there are two types of economic system. You have probably heard of capitalism and also socialism, but do you know what it is? So, capitalism technically means of production are privately owned. It is meaning to say that the citizens are encouraged to pursue profit for themselves. Here's a little bit fun fact to you all. Did you know that the United States is one of the world's most pure capitalist countries? On the other hand, socialism is opposite of capitalism, and they were famously spelled out by Karl Marx. Socialism is an economic system in which the means of production are jointly held by the government. The former Soviet Union, USSR, is an example of a socialist system. They transitioned from capitalist to a socialist government until 1991.
Education. Education is a socialization process that begins informally at home and progresses officially in educational institution. Education as an institution aids in development of people's knowledge, skill, attitudes, and understanding in order to make them capable members of society. People's mental horizons are broadened through education and they become more open to new ideas as a result.
Function religions in maintaining the stability of social structure. It creates a shared worldview among its followers, making it an essential component in the socialization process. Second, the practice of religion in groups, such as places of worship, physically brings individuals together, which make it easier for them to communicate with one another and engage in various forms of social contact, which in turn deepens the social connection between them. Religion acts as a moderating force in society, which contributes to the maintenance of social order. People get the knowledge necessary to become upstanding members of society through the religion upbringing that they receive.
Function social institution in maintaining the stability of social structure. Based on the political roles will help a country be more organized when everyone knows their respective roles in governance. Therefore, the country is more organized and complex. Second, the country will become more systematic as each group and organization has its own functions. They are also given the right to lead groups and organizations in accordance with the law. Lastly, politics teaches about how it works to society by meeting their wants or needs.
Conclusion. To sum up, social institutions are truly work in maintaining the stability of social structure. As we can see, based on family, social institutions work to constitute a society, and family is an important part of the social structure. Second, economy is the social institution that assures society's survival by producing, distributing, and consuming goods and services. Third, education is an institution aids in the development of people's knowledge, skill, attitudes, and understanding in order to make them capable members of society. Fourth, religions can teach morality and help people be decent citizens. Lastly, political will help a country be more organized when everyone knows their respective roles in governance.